You're live. I don't believe you. Oh, so, hi. This is not expected to have all that many people watching, but it stays up afterwards and it's a whole lot easier than videoing and editing and all that jazz. And I've got like 5 minutes before my lessons start. So, this should be better. So, this is the studio, and this is where I do most of my lessons. I do have an electronic kit at home that I would teach online with. I wouldn't have students at home, but a lot of the lessons, because of COVID, are staying online. So for online days, I can teach from home or I can teach from here, which is nice. It's a nice bonus. We've moved around. It's such a weird thing to say when I'm the only person here. I have moved around the kits in the studio here so that they're spread out a little bit more, and there's a bit more of a gap between this kit and the one I teach on. And then I've turned around the PDP was facing the wall here, which just means the bass drum can't get away from you. But honestly, that's kind of pointless when you have it set up properly. The spurs are stuck in the mat and it's not going anywhere anyway fast. If you don't have a mat, that's not going to happen. Your bass drum's going to travel away from you. But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for doing videos over the next couple of weeks. I haven't done anything for ages, and that's just part of COVID lockdown and not being able to get in here and losing motivation and all the work that's involved in recording a video and then taking the raw file and editing it and then trying to get thumbnails and all that jazz done up, which might sound like it's quite easy to do if you're good at it. I'm not good at it, so it's an awful lot more effort to try and force my way through it, and then it's uploaded and it's gone and it's there forever, hopefully, as long as YouTube doesn't just delete its back catalogue, which would be all my work gone. Just Jesus, that would be terrible. Anyway, try not to worry too much about that. It's probably not going anywhere. Yeah, so my general thought today was, why stop yourself from doing something just because you can do it a complicated way that requires videoing and editing and thumbnail making and posting that you find kind of difficult, when you could just throw up a camera, not necessarily go live. Like I can record videos, but I'm thinking about not editing anything, not cutting anything, and just leaving it natural. So I have a couple of ideas that I've been writing down in my book because I like to write stuff down. I like to have it physically written down, so it reminds me to do stuff that I can do pretty painlessly if I just stop deleting stuff. What I mean by that is, I could have a really simple idea. One of them is talking about, you can't see because it's off camera, but it's a clutch here for a hi-hat. And it's an issue that a lot of my students have on their kits, because the hi-hats that can come with starter kits are just like a mess. They are horrible. They are made out of the worst material. The hi-hats that come on them, they might as well be made out of tinfoil. And they make it so that you feel like you can't play drums when you can play drums. It's just your hi-hats are terrible. And one of the things that happens is the screw on the inside of the hi-hat, this thing, will work its way off the thread, especially on these cheap clutches, and just fall off, and then the hi-hat falls off. And you've no idea how confusing that can be when you've no clue how to work a hi-hat, and it's like, oh, it's broken. It's not broken. You can like just thread it back on, but that's not something that everybody knows, you know. And you might know it. You might be drumming for years and know that, but you also could be a beginner who doesn't even know these are called hi-hats, and you could be in that situation where you're just completely lost. So ideas like that, little ideas on how to stop that threading off so easily all the time, and just turn the camera on, start talking, and stop myself from looking back at it and just going, oh no, I don't like the way I said that, and just Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you sounded like a moron. You look like a moron anyway, whether you edit the life out of it or not. So just do it, man. I'm talking to myself, not you. Sorry. So yeah, that's kind of what went through my head today, that I wanted to do. Just start doing it. And I mean, if you like it, that's super. That'd be great. If you don't, I just won't keep doing it, because that's what learning is. You try something, and if it works, that's great. And if it doesn't, you try something else. Like, honestly, uploading to YouTube has been a hobby as opposed to a business plan because there's no business in it for me. Like, all of my students come to me because they live in the local area. I've got a couple of students that I work with online, and they found me by accident. I do nothing for to promote myself. I used to, and I used to get lessons, and because they were through promotion, they didn't really have the passion. They were just like trying it out. I find that when people have to find me, they usually really want to do lessons, which it sounds like a funny thing, but it's just what it is. So I'm happy with the number of students I have. I have as many as I can handle. Trying to shoehorn a few more in there stresses me out a little bit. So why advertise for more students when you're at capacity? You're at the level you want to be at. I've got so many other things going on. I don't want to make myself hate teaching, because this room is my fun room. This is where I get to go and talk to other drummers about how cool it is to play drums. So, like, I would hate for that to become something I dreaded, something I didn't want to come and do. Like, oh Christ, I've got to go teach now. Oh, that would be terrible. So, all right, I'm gonna have to cut it because I'm supposed to be teaching right now, and there's a lesson coming in. So, yeah, this is a kind of a test video to see how it looks, to see a reaction from the idea of just throw a camera up mic and go and see what happens. Do a couple of the ideas that I've had, and just do them because I've been writing them down with a view to producing a video. I don't need to do that. I don't need to put all that work on myself when I don't really enjoy the work. I enjoy the aftermath, the upload. I enjoy the interaction. And I've just seen other YouTubers. I've seen actual YouTubers. Let me just rephrase that. I'm not a YouTuber. I've seen actual YouTubers who've been doing that. They've not been putting a whole lot of time, effort, or energy into their production. They've just been putting time online, like literally uploading their presence, and they've been happy doing that. So I want to give it a try. And if it's absolute muck, tell me, and I'll stop doing it. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Bye.